intertwined with any other here. Am I rubbing backs and legs and doing all of that? You was better off coming in here and be like, you know what? I see that I'm... No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Let's keep over the fact that
Hey guys, welcome to Little Blackbird 91. It's crazy out here. Jesus loves me, and this I know. Okay, stop. Anyway, listen, look, this was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you, okay? Because I'm looking at the situation. I'm like, hey, what one for the thing here? Because Jay and obviously Kiara, I don't even know what the argument was even about. I mean, I know what it's about, but I don't know what they said because I couldn't hear a word that was even said. Okay, all I know they were arguing in uppercase. That's all I heard. They were arguing in uppercase. Okay, because that's all I heard. Caps lock argument. Because I barely heard. All I heard was boundaries, and all I heard was she's a friend, and that was it. That's all I already heard. But listen, I totally understand where, you know, if they had an agreement about what kind of boundaries were to be had with other people in the show, then I hear what Kiara's saying. If they never made it really clear, okay, about the boundaries when it comes to other people that you're meant to be chatting to, that might be a different situation, right? So it's all about perspective here, which, again, I don't know the full thing, but we'll chop it up today about it. What was interesting, again, we had several things happening. Now, first and foremost, Tay, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, I am on D. What's Tay doing? Please tell me why Tay was all up on the lips of Cisco. I said, what's going on here? I am on D. Yesterday, the week before, we were talking about how he hasn't got a car. So what happened? Why are we now lipsing, man? I said, what's going on here? I said, Holy Spirit, gather her up. 1 minute, okay, 1 minute, we said he hasn't got a car. The next we're kissing. I said, oh, sis, you gonna get your back blown out? You gonna get your back blown out. I said, you gonna get your back blown out. I'm gonna be sorry for you. Sorry for you. You gonna get your back blown out. I'm gonna be sorry for you. Sorry for you. I said, what's going on here? We're kissing? Y'all are kissing, and then you're inviting him to the bedroom too? I said, you gonna get your back blown out. I ain't sorry for you. Look, you're gonna play silly games, you can get silly prizes. Okay, all right? I don't want Tay to become a baby mother in this situation, and that's how it happens. It usually happens like this when you know better. Okay, it's this normally happens to people when you know better. You know better, and it's when it catches you off guard. You gonna get your back blown out. I ain't sorry for you. It's catching it. You gonna get your back blown out. I ain't sorry for you. Come on, sing with me now. You gonna get your back blown out. I ain't sorry for you. That note was off and over that. Anyway, look, the part I'm trying to say to you is you can get your back blown now. Okay? All right? And I'm just like, sis, come on. Okay? Right? We don't want this trouble for you, sis. Like, I didn't think this was going to be happening, but we're here now. Okay? All right? So, anyway, and then we also had Cam with his Rose connection. We had Cam with Angie, and then Cam with also Sahara. Okay, and I said, wagwan for the thing here. It's getting a bit peak. So Sahara, and we got Rose, and we got Angie, Mazza, because Angie came out and started saying, I bust the windows out your car. I ain't sorry that I matched your energy. Listen, I said, wait, what's going on, Angie? What do you think is going to happen when you start admitting that you bust the windows out your car? When you start singing, I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears. No, I'm not, but I'm scared of loving you. You out here smashing car windows? Come on, sis. Why do you think they're not gonna be scared of you? Of course, they're gonna be scared of you. And then you try to flip it and try to talk like it's not gonna be it's not gonna be scary. It's scary. It is scary because you match in energy. You know, you talking about play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want. No, I don't want to play with you. I don't want to play with you. That's the problem. And now Cam is scared. Cam was like, hold on a minute. This ain't the games I want. I don't want this, man. Nah, this ain't the games I want. Okay. He said, I don't even want to smoke like that. I don't want to waste my time being in a toxic situation. And to be honest, Angie's giving a little bit of that. You know, I bust no windows at your car. She's giving that kind of energy. I won't lie to you. So, that was interesting as well. Then we also had Hussein. Hussein obviously had a connection with Angie, and he has a connection with Rose. I'm not really sure what was going on there. They didn't really expand on that too much on that with Hussein. Then we also had who's the other person I'm thinking of? Khalil and Diona. And so Khalil and Diona well gone for the team there. Now, Diona knows I love her, man. But what's going on with Khalil's situation? Brother said out here that he's not sure if... I don't know your name, man. I don't know if you got a man. I want to know. I want to know everything. He's like, why is Khalil singing, if I can be your fantasy? But you say I'm just a friend. You say I'm just a friend. Why is he singing that tune and anthem? I want to know. I want to know why he's in that anthem part. Why is he singing I can be your, and I can be your fantasy? Say I'm just a friend. Like, broski, I thought you two had some. Is there not a connection there, bro? Okay. The truth is, yes. As Diona was even saying herself, she said, the men are not manning up right now. She said, there ain't a man, and a man, and a man, there ain't a good man. I don't know why I'm in a singing mood. She said, there ain't no man, there ain't no man, no man, there ain't no man. She said, it's not raining men. It's not raining men. Hallelujah, it's not raining men. Amen. Tall, lean, zagging it down. Absolutely so get wet. Like she said, there's no men here. And that includes Khalil. So at this point, I need Diona to get off the show. Okay, I love you, Diona. You know I love you, baby girl. You know, I know you watched back the replays. You need to leave. There ain't no man there for you, sis. Okay, all right? There ain't no man out there for you. Okay, all right? There ain't no man out there for you. So I'm gonna need you to come on home. Pack your bags, okay? Get out right now. It's the end of you and me. It's too late, and I can't wait for you to be gone. I know, I wonder about her. Anyway, it's time to pack your bags. Okay, all right? It's time to pack your bags. All right? Pack it and go. Okay, all right? Yeah? To the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. In the closet. That's my stuff, baby. If I bought it, then please don't touch. Don't touch. You understand what I'm saying to you? Pack your bags. Yeah? All right. So it is what it is. I just want to be honest with you because there's nothing going on with it, like in the space. I'm just like, Broski, like, you don't like any of the men. The men don't seem to like you, you know, more than just a friend. So it's like, why are we here? You know what I mean? Why are we here? Okay. So yeah. And then let me get my notes up so that I can actually talk about what I want to talk about today. Because boy, before I know it, I'm going to be singing all day and not getting to actually what we need to talk about today. You get me? All right. All right, cool. Let me make sure I've got everybody on the list that I spoke about. Okay, that's what it is. That's what was going on, because that was what was going on. So let's break down some of these situations little by little. Okay, little by little. All right, let's break some of these situations down little by little. Okay, we're going to start with the beginning. Okay, let's talk about In fact, look, let's talk about the Jay Sahara situation, because this was mad interesting to me. You know what I mean? I just wanted to talk about this interesting here. Okay. Sweet.
That was great.
That's for the little stretch knots and all that.
Damn.
Go down.
Squeeze me.
Sahara bad too, because she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's like, touch my body. She said, touch my body. I don't know the rest of the lyrics of the song, but you know. Okay, Sahara and Jay. What's the issue here? Here's the issue with Sahara and Jay, okay? Is that Jay, first and foremost, knew exactly what he was doing. Jay got a little toxicity in him, okay? Let me tell you why Jay knows exactly what he's doing, okay? Let me show you why I know what he's doing. Look, let me show you something.
Oh, that's good. Oh, talk to me nice. Oh, is there another knot right there?
Yeah, I feel it.
Now, why is the Negro not in shot? The reason why the Negro is not in shot, I shouldn't say the Negro, I apologize. But the reason why he's not in shot is simply this. It's because he's trying to play a game. You see, he doesn't want to look like he's doing too much. Meanwhile, your hand is here massaging somebody's neck. Huh? You're acting as if you're not enjoying what you're doing and that you're not doing anything by separating yourself as if, oh, I'm just massaging your neck. When meanwhile, you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly that you're playing this game. Your leg was all over her leg. She was here rubbing the inner of your thigh. Brother, come on now. Now, listen, it wouldn't have mattered. It doesn't matter unless you guys have made boundaries. If you have made boundaries, then we have a problem. Okay? If we have boundaries, then it's a problem. Okay, all right. If we have boundaries, then you know already before then what the person said they're willing to accept and what they're willing not to accept. Okay, so that's an issue. Yes, he did say that he's very touchy-feely with all his friends. Now, that tells me all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Okay, if you're going to be touchy and feely, right, then this lets me know that with your friends, you are inappropriately behaved. Okay, you're inappropriately behaved. And so at that point, that tells me that your friendships with other women is also a problem. You telling me this is acceptable? Now, they did say that, but they said, if I remember correctly, she said the boundary seemed to be don't embarrass me. Did she say the boundary was you can't touch people? Because I think that's very important. Stating someone can't embarrass you is a very broad spectrum. Like, are you guys together? Are you guys locked in? If that's the case, that's a different story. I need to know if you're locked in. I just want to make it very, very, so that it's very clear. I know they said about boundaries. I want to know what the boundaries actually was. That's what I want to know. Because I know they said there was boundaries, but I was like, what boundaries did you say? What was set? If the boundary is simply don't embarrass me, my friend, that's a very broad thing. You know what I mean? But like I said, I wasn't feeling the behavior anyway. And then Sahara here is not helping because she knows what she's doing.
You're so tight right here. What you doing?
Me and Jay's connection was 100% before we even got to the getaway. So I'm confused. Like,
oh, you can try me, try me. Oh, you can try me. You can try me. That's what Sahara said. Sahara said, listen, oh, you can try me. You can try me. Because what's Kiara gonna say? Like Sahara was doing it not only for Cam, but also as well as an FU to Kiara as well. Not that there's any beef, but sometimes it's just a win. Sometimes you're so toxic, you like beating the competitors, even though. So she's out here doing, oh, my neck, oh, that's the spot right. Oh, that's the spot right there. It's like, bro, like what he did. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, oh, squeeze. Please. What do you know what I mean? Like, is this a cartoon? Oh, right there. Squeeze. Oh, on the shoulder. It's like, come on. Come on. Right? I love it when you do it like there. You know what? Do you know who would sing a great song with those lyrics? It will be Marcia. Is it Marcia Ambrosius? I'm saying her name probably incorrectly. I'm kidding someone. Is it the woman from Floet Tree, right? The woman from Floet Tree. She'd be like, don't do, so busy. She'd be like, she would kill that song. I can't do it like how she would do it, but she'd be like, that's the spot right there. She would nail it. Like, you know, the song would be beautiful. She sung it. I can't sing the way I have it in my brain. I can hear her singing it. And it'd be like, Marcia, yeah, thank you, Ambrosia. She'd sing it perfectly to a T. That note would match where, as soon as he started pressing the shoulder, you know, I think they have a song like that. I think they have a song about touching the body or whatever. They have a song like that, Floet Tree. She would say yes. All you gotta do is say yes. That's all she would. Right there, right there. I'm having too much fun. I gotta behave myself. People are watching me and thinking I'm not a serious candidate. You know what I'm saying to you? I gotta be careful now. They're gonna watch a replay and think to myself, I'm crazy. But the reality of the situation is, okay, all right, was Matt. Both of them are problematic. Okay. Now this leg here, this arm here, bro, you might as well swallow her up now. You might as well swallow her up now. Why not eat her up there while you're there? Okay. All right. You might as well eat her up right there. Shout out to Nola. She says, all them voices and she ain't even smile. Psycho. I hear it. Oh, man.
Like, why is legs being intertwined? Why is there any physical touch? And I'm pissed.
Now, I am with Kiara. She has every right to have be pissed off with Jay. I think this, but what I saw is what I remember a situation. Let me roll back the years. Let me roll back to a little story time real quick for you guys. A couple of years ago, but let me not say a time frame so that people don't get offended. But a couple of years ago, it wasn't as bad as this. But I remember dating someone, and I remember us being in a room with several other people, and the person was, my partner was not even a bit, was too touchy-feely with another Negro. Okay, all right? Another field Negro. Okay, all right? The ops. And let me put it this way, as I watched, as they dapped and touched hands, you know, he came, he sat down one time, he was in the room, and, you know, he put his arm around her and he sat down, and they were saying they're just brothers and sisters. And I said, are you by blood? They said, no. I said, then get your freaking hands off her. I didn't say that because I'm a gentleman. But that's what I was thinking in my mind, right? And then I remember there was a situation, you know, and you know when people are playing you and trying to treat you like a dickhead, but you must recognize the dickhead moves and you call them out for it. I remember a situation, we had to come out from a church event late at night. And as we were coming back in around about 9 o'clock into the glorious household, I remember we got into the kitchen and, you know, the gentleman in question, he decided to go into the cupboards. He pulled out a chocolate bar. It's called Snack, if you know about it. Snack, and it's a chocolate biscuit. It's a biscuit covered in chocolate. Wonderful, exquisite dessert one would eat after a night program. And then what I saw was there was one pack left, and he told me, I came to us. I gently proposed an idea. I said, "Oh, gentlemen, you know, I see that you have this chocolate biscuit. You know, I'm feeling a little bit peckish, a little bit famished. Could you procure me one of those biscuits and could I have one of them?" He said to me, "It's finished." I said, "Sir, good day. I saw in the drawer that you had one more." He said, "No, it's finished." Oh, I said, "Okay, you know what? I take the hint and I will be on my merry way on my horse." So I scooted away, but I only scooted to the door. Then let me say my partner came in at the time, and decided to, you know, have a chin wag and have a conversation with the young gentleman in question. And you know what he did? Guess what he did? Guess what this buffoon decided to do? I like him, by the way. He's a cool guy. I'm just saying that. I'm saying for the purpose of the story. He decided in that moment, okay? He decided in that moment that he would open the drawer and pull out one more snack. Yes, there was one pack left, one that he told me there was none left, and handed it to her. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a fool. I'm a man. I understand when men are playing games. Negro, stop playing with me. So when I decided to do what our good lady here did, Kiara, and I understood that the same way Kiara did, and I threw a hissy fit. Not that night. No, I waited till we got to church one day. It was a conference, and as I was walking in the auditorium, she waved at me to say, "Come and sit here." And I said, I just ignored her. I walked right past her, took a left, and sat down on my dairy ass. I said, "I'm not coming to sit where you are. Where you're seated, it's not in heavenly places. I'll take myself to the left. Thank you very much." Okay. And I pulled that stunt all day. We went to the dessert restaurant. I ignored her there. We got home. I ignored her there too. Okay. All right. I wanted to punish her. Now that's very emotionally abusive. I'm just going to be real with you because it is. Stonewalling is emotionally abusive, by the way. Just want to let you guys know that. Don't do that. It's bad. So if you know you're doing it, it's emotionally abusive. Stop it. So I can see where Kiara's coming from. Okay. I know exactly where it comes from. And it really is the fact that for you personally, you're not able to communicate how you actually feel. It's okay to feel offended and to feel slighted. But my girl was lying flat on the bed. And instead of having a conversation with Jay, she's talking to the wall. And they keep coming from wall to wall. She keeps talking from wall to wall. Like she was talking the whole entire time, she's talking to the wall, and Jay's right there. And so I was expecting there to be more of a conversation, but she couldn't, because having to sit up and then actually have a conversation would actually mean facing, okay, it would mean facing the actual issue. And not just letting resentment build up. I see you, Sean, by the way. Letting resentment build up, and then like, you know, just reacting rather than responding. Okay, all right. So it's important that you learn emotional regulation, and it's important that you learn that communication, even when you are hurt, is important. Okay, it's important. All right. So old girl was in that bed tearing up the covers, bro. Tearing up the covers. You know when you're so angry, you start twisting, you start doing emergency rolls in your covers. That's how pissed she was. Okay. She was so annoyed she was doing emergency rolls in the covers.
Like, I'm confused where you don't see. Oh my God. I said, don't do nothing that make me look stupid. You still did it. Yes, it does. Oh my God.
I feel like Jay is not understanding anything that I'm trying to say.
Yes, I think that is also the case. Definitely, there's been some smashing. And that's the problem with smashing before you guys have converted yourself to actual boyfriend and girlfriend. Honestly, I think they smashed. Personally, I think they did. And again, that's the problem with doing certain things before it's time. You get yourself caught up, and you start feeling entitled to the person because you guys have crossed boundaries. Okay, we've all been in our feelings, and then we've all been in our emotions. Emotions make you cry sometimes. Emotions make you cry sometimes. The first time I cried. Let me not bust out the H-Town. Was in my mother's womb. You know what I mean? So yeah, it does happen a lot to people in that technical space as well. So yeah, I definitely felt, and I understood, just need a little bit more regulation. If she didn't want to talk at that moment, she said, listen, hey Jay, I am not in a place to talk right now. Can we talk about this tomorrow morning? And I don't feel comfortable with you sleeping in the room with me tonight. Can you find another sofa or another bed to sleep in, because I don't feel comfortable with you tonight. That's also important. You know what I mean? So it's something that she has to communicate. You have to learn how to be able to manage your emotions and learn to communicate effectively as well. So yeah, I definitely say as well. Yeah, he wanted to watch the movie. Yeah. Well, you play stupid games, get stupid prizes. I think also the thing is, also he's obviously got a connection with Sahara, I'm guessing, right? So I'm like, okay, so are you not locking it off? What's going on? Like, was a game that you're just gonna play the game and then come back? What was it? You know, what is it? What is it? That's what you have to regulate his emotions. But let me get my boy Sean on to the screen anyway. Sean's here as well, so he's gonna help me navigate this. You know how me and Sean, when we navigate, we navigate differently. You get me? Yeah. So he's gonna help us out, break some stuff down, okay, and we're gonna get deep in this. Someone said, how you gonna be in the same room, sleeping in a bed, connecting and not smashing? It takes the strength of the Holy Spirit, and even then, it's a very difficult thing to do. To sleep in the same arena as your person who you like, it's tough. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that after a prolonged period of time, you're only asking for one thing, and it's to fall like Jericho. You know what I mean? Like, after a while, it does catch up with you. You know what I mean? So I'm saying to you, like, it's possible. It's possible. I'm just saying it's like highly unlikely. You know what I mean? It's highly unlikely. You're gonna be sleeping in that bed, you're gonna be smashing, which is why I said that she wanna get her back blown out. You wanna get your back blown out. You wanna get your back blown out, back blown out, back blown out, your back blown out. Now, I just wanted to say, wait, I'm just in a video on my phone of Jana. I need Jana to get out of this man's face. Is she out here with Glock? Does she like Glock? I'm sorry, I just saw this video of Jana and Glock, and the rapper. I need Jana to stop smiling in his face. Sis, get out of this man's face. Get out of this man's face. I'm just saying, I know it's not about Ready to Love. I just have to say it real quick. Can someone tell Jana, from me, leave that man alone. Cleave to a different man. I see Seaways in the building too. Fantastic. My team is here. They're ready to do business. Okay, all right. Sorry, I just had to say that. I saw Jana here with Glock, and I said, "What are you doing? Why you're smiling in that man's face too much? Hold on to his arm. I need you to back up away from that kind of man." Okay. What a man! What a man! What a man! What a mighty good man. Make smart decisions, sis. This ain't it. Okay, I'm judging him anyway. I don't know who he really is. I'm just judging him. Okay, all right. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's bad, but sis, stop it. Okay, stop it. I know you wanna. I know. All right, let me get my team on. Let me get them up. Oh, sorry. I keep saying Jana and it's Janae, innit? Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, thank you, Sean, for the correction. I'll be saying Jana and it's Janae. One thing I'm going to do, whether they're Nigerian, whether they're American, African American, I'm going to get their name wrong. I am non-discriminatory. You can get it from all sides. But let me get my people on. What's good, bro? What's good? Hey, the black's looking good, bro.
What happened?
The black's looking good on you, bro.
It's actually navy blue, but it's dark, so I get you. Yes.
It looks good, though. It looks good, though.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate you.
No worries, man. Woo, this episode, boy. What was you thinking, bro, about this episode, man?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think there's a lot going on. I'm of two minds. Look at our resident sports reporter right there. She's hitting us live from the game. But I just I'm of two minds with the Jay and Kiara thing. Were they doing too much? Perhaps. I think we need to be more clear. Kiara said, "Don't embarrass me," but you got to define embarrassment. What does that look like to you? We got to be clear. And Jay was doing a little bit too much, and then Sahara's gonna do what she do, which is put 10 on 2. I do think that Kiara's I'm over here telling you how to say Janae's name right, and I might be messing up her name. I think she's a little immature. I'm sorry. Pretty girl, I think she's immature. Between this former ex she brought on, the exes in jail, I think she's immature. And the way she handled that situation, screaming at the wall into the pillow, I think she got a little bit of a crash out in her too. I see why she's upset, but I just wish she would have just, handled it a little more maturely than she did, screaming into that pillow. So that's my thoughts.
I love that. It's not like it's loud. We just can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Baby, it sound like you SpongeBob SquarePants. You might have to change your microphone. Professional Seaway here. Listen, guys, we you know that Seaway's time is precious. So the fact that she's even giving us her time, we appreciate. You get me? She's working and working. You get me?
Yes,
me?
Listen, it was hard work to get her to catch up, get reinvested after the long hiatus. And now she's joining us from now she's sitting in the media booth, folks. I just hope y'all know that. That is the media booth. So let's just be clear.
That's right. She's doing the business. I'll tell her she can turn off her camera if she wants to. Just have to have it on. You don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to, Seaway. You don't have to have it on. You're good if you don't like.
Is this better? You guys can hear me?
We can. You might have to keep it quick though, because you got some music behind you. So just in case you get on the copyright, but go for it.
I think Kiera was a tad bit immature, but that's how you react when somebody's talking stupid. He was sitting there talking stupid like he didn't know what the problem was. The problem was very clear. You've been doing all this cuffing, you're my girl, this and that, and you're over here giving somebody a shoulder massage. He was being a complete fool. And I would have crashed out too, because don't come in my room talking stupid. That's how I feel.
I hear you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hear it. A crash out is a crash out. Sean, so obviously Jay mishandled it. What do you think about Jay obviously touching up Sahara? Is that just, he says a friend. He says it's just a friend. You believe that?
Listen, I think, with this Ready to Love scenario, we got to be really clear when we get into the house, because Kiera's sounding, she's like, I think I said this last week when we did it. She's starting to remind me of our good friend Vern. She about to scream Joel all throughout that house. She about to light that house up. I just feel like we need, if maybe they had a different conversation, if they did, then it's all on Jay. If they had a conversation like, hey, it's me and you, this is it, I'm not exploring anybody else, you know what I'm saying? Then I think it is totally within her rights to just fly off the handle. But if he's still exploring connections, like they like to say in the Ready to Love world, if he's still exploring connections, it's all fair game. And look, at least he did it in full view, so everybody saw.
Hello, Jay. You all right, love?
Hello.
The ladies are working today. Hello.
Hello, governors. Hello, Seaway. Shawnee. Hi, my team. Hi, babies. I miss y'all.
Hi,
Anywho, because I'm trying to do too much at the time. I wanted to talk about this one for sure, though. Y'all might hate me and stuff, but I'm going to say it. Kiera did too much. And like I said in the chat, Jay don't listen enough. Okay. However, though he's not listening enough, I need Kiera to speak up more, because it's nothing more immature or just like childish to do than sit in the bed rolling around with your back turned to somebody and act like you want to have an adult conversation and that they're supposed to just read your mind and your feelings, but you're so disgusted by them. If you're trying to actually have something with that person, you need to be able to speak how you feel about it. And if they don't move accordingly, then move on. But if you want to give them that fair chance of knowing how you feel and how it makes you feel, and that is disrespectful to you to do and proceed this way, then you must communicate that. You can't sit there and be, don't embarrass me. I have no clue of what that means. You know what you did. No, I didn't. That's why I'm standing in front of you asking you what's wrong. So if I'm asked these questions, just play dumb with me. Play dumb with me if you really like me, and just tell me what it is that you want me to know, like how you actually feel, period. All that rolling in the bed, screaming and hollering, trying to get a scene by somebody else, that don't make no sense. If you really want this relationship, talk to me. If you don't want me, then don't. You know what I'm saying? That's how the song go, right? So let me go ahead and walk on, because if you're going to communicate with me like this, especially in the early stages, I ain't going to do it. As Cam like to run this around and say, I'm going to protect my peace, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not about to shout back with you and none of that. That's where Jay go wrong. Bro, why are you shouting back with her? You're trying to figure out what's wrong with her. So if you did nothing wrong, you should calmly be saying, look, what you seen was not really what it is. That's just the homie. We up in the process that I got to get some votes to stay with you on this thing. She trying to make him mad. We helping each other out right now. Boom. That's what it is. But you got something going on with little mama. You trying to play it down. So now you in the room screaming back and forth with this lady for no daggone reason. Now you're going to go sleep on the couch, look stupid, and try to play it with her face again tomorrow. Sir, you know what you did. Now, did you embarrass her? Probably not. But you knew it was going to make her feel some type of way. If you're so locked in, that's your bae, your boo, your all that, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to hold them. Neither one of these two got boundaries, because after her ex did what he did and pulled all that stuff, you can't talk to me about no boundaries, ma. You ain't got none with your friends. So clearly him saying that I am touchy-feely with all my friends and she can't tell her ex-friend, whatever that thing is, to back up and chill out, go somewhere. Neither one of them got boundaries, and they probably will be good together, but probably not, because they just gonna keep doing stuff to each other. All right.
By the way, Jay, is it not a special day for you? Your next day around the sun coming up on Friday?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Sean.
Oh, Jay gonna be Jay, boy. We know she's already on her birthday behavior, folks. So please make sure y'all send our resident Leo, our lioness, some birthday love.
I was about to push the wrong button trying to get back. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you. Love you.
I don't agree with what Jay just said, but Jay has the right to her opinion.
Don't agree. Crash out, sis.
Well, hold on
Listen.
now, Jay. It better
Go
not be
ahead.
Jay's birthday today.
Not today. In a
Don't
couple
do that
days.
to me.
Friday, I believe.
I was gonna say, because I can't do it again this year, so I gotta get it right this time. I thought I missed it again. I said, "Oh shit!" Sorry. I already started asking the Lord to take me out of the game already. All right, fantastic. I
Now
missed
he gonna panic.
That's
was
what
ready
we
to panic.
missed
I was
your
like, "Oh,
birthday this year
no."
too, though, Coach. But you don't
I
ever
was-
publicize it.
Yeah, I know. So I need to
I know
thank you
it's
for
in
reminding me.
sometime
I
in
thought I
June.
missed it. As soon as you said that, I was like, "Oh no, I've missed it." Oh Lord, thank God. Okay, thank you for the heads up. I knew I hadn't missed it. All right, cool. Sorry, who was talking? Apologies, I jumped in there. Sorry, someone was opening their mic.
No, it was just me. And then I think Seaway just interjected to say she disagrees with Jay.
Oh, okay, go for it. Did you want to say more, Seaway?
I mean, I always feel like you should minimize the hooping and hollering with people, because if people are not moving the way you want them to move, then you just move accordingly. But I think she was getting frustrated because he was playing in her face. And I'm always going to stick up for women when they're dealing with men playing in their face. I think sometimes it's frustrating. He knew what he did. And she's trying to figure out why we get to the house for you to act stupid. So, I mean, now if she does it again, that's on her. I think this is the first time he did something like that, so it threw her off. That's my opinion.
I agree with all that part right there. I'm just like on the space of, I have to tell you what my disrespect is. You know what I'm saying? In this moment, I have to tell you, I can't just keep screaming, you know what you did, you know what you did. I don't want to talk to you. And I'm clearly bothered by something. I have to at least give you the space to sit there and tell me directly to my face, you still don't understand what I'm saying, after I clearly explained, I'm bothered by the fact that you sitting up with this girl on your leg and me actually having to say that is embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? If me and you are locked in, like you said we was, then why are you sitting like this? But the thing is, too, on the other flip side of all of this, we all in a process, and I can't believe that you're totally locked in. I cannot go in this mindset saying that you're totally locked in until you actually tell me those words. Now, were those words spoken, like Sean said, we don't know, but we need to know. Like, if somebody decreed that between the two of us and we both agreed this is what we doing, then I got to let you be. If I don't like what I see, then I just don't like what I see, and I move around like that. We have a conversation, and you correct that manner. But either way it go, I can't be so. I just personally wouldn't be so locked in on this show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still going through the process. I know she don't have nobody else, and so that's probably why she kind of more locked in. But you want to be booed up? Okay, well, guess what? We about to start playing some games. Sorry, that's probably where my petty come in.
I hear you.
But just to kind of, because Jay, you brought up a good point. So who did she bring? Didn't she bring Khalil? Who met her ex? Was it Khalil and Hussein?
It was who left last week, baby daddy. I can't. Why does
Naeem.
Naeem.
Naeem. It was. Wasn't there another? I thought there was 3 guys there. Was I mistaken? It was just Naeem and Jay. Okay. So she has no more connections. I'm just trying to figure out if she has other connections that she was.
I don't think she does. I think that's why as well.
Okay. All right. So she's down to her last one, and his connections are her and who else?
Sahara.
And no, not Tay, right? Is Tay in his
we haven't heard him mention Tay, like
Okay.
if anything from the very beginning, but that's when everybody did. But other than that, nah.
Okay, well, I thought the assignment was, and this is how it is every year, you get down to the house, and once you get to the resort, the house, whatever, you narrow down who your primary person is going to be. So, let's get it narrowed down. That's all. To me, it just seemed like a little hiccup, but I just feel like, and this plays into that persona that Kiera has, right? Like she's the princess, right? She's a bougie princess. So she feels like she could throw a temper tantrum and she's going to get her way. I just feel like you have to gauge where you are based on what's the nature of the relationship, Now, like you said earlier, Kojo, if they are, playing Maxwell until the cops come knocking, then, hey, the waters are going to be muddied.
Into the light, definitely. Go for it, Jay. You want to go for it?
I was gonna say, even still, and here's the thing: this is not an easy situation to be in. To be dating a person and they're dating multiple people openly, I get it. Those that know me. So that's where I'm gonna leave this statement right there. But when you are in this situation, you got to just die down ego. You got to understand nobody is yours. You don't possess nobody. You don't own nobody. They're fair game to make their own decision. You just got to rock whatever decision that they make. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the one that agrees with yours. But you got to just be in a mindset of prepared to say, you know what, I'll be good without them. I don't need this person because obviously they don't suit me. But you got to be also like in a space to just be aware and see what's going on. Let them do them. See how they move. If they don't move how you want them to move without you having to tell them sometimes, because sometimes in our head we feel like things should be obvious. Then if you feel some type of way, just move on. All this crash out thing and all this stuff like that, I get it, but at the same time, like if you don't rock with a person, you just don't rock with a person. Doing all the extras and all that stuff, like just at the end of the day, say I'm still not gonna F with you, makes absolutely no sense to me. So if that little thing is made up in your mind, this is not why I should mess with this person, just be like, you know what, I see you, you're good, I'm moving on. Trust me, that would actually hurt the person more than you doing all these extras, because right now you doing all the screaming and stuff. That tells some people, especially some manipulative people, I got them. I'm about to start toying with them. And see, at the same time, on the flip coin, all that she's doing is kind of manipulative too, because I'm gonna hold it over his head. He gonna feel some type of way. I get him to do what I want to do, and guess what? It's now gonna be a game. If you like people, you like people. If you don't, you don't. Move on. It's really not that serious sometimes.
Yeah, I guess this is why I keep harping on it, is I feel like you're always going to have conflict in any relationship. I mean, this just happened to be something that was, probably embarrassing for her and in her face, because she thought they were further along than they really were, or maybe her boundaries are a lot different than his. But I think like you have to know how are you going to handle conflict when it arises? Is this going to be your go-to? Are you going to throw temper tantrums You know what I'm saying? Every time something doesn't work out the way you want it to work, for me, that just doesn't work. I need us to be able to have mature conversations. I'm not saying you're not allowed to have your feelings. You can feel however you want to feel. But if your expression is throwing temper tantrums, talking into the pool, you know, to pillow rather, to me, that's not gonna get much out of me. You know, I'm just now it's just gonna be like, okay, you know, I'm not gonna yell because you know you're right to feel upset, but that to me shows like you're, you know, you got some ways to go in terms of how you handle things. And Sahara, we know what she's doing because she already said she's not happy with some of the things that Cam has been doing. So she probably was like, okay, Jay's gonna give me some attention, I'm gonna go for it. But highly unlikely that Jay really is interested in Sahara. So I think like the issue should be addressed, but no, Kiara should also be secure. Like, hey, you ain't got nothing to worry about when it comes to Jay, because all he talks about is her all the time, even in the, you know, the men's lounge.
No, definitely hear you guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. Definitely hear you. Okay, cool. Let's talk about another situation then, because of course, you know, there was a lot more that was happening in this scenario and situation. Let's talk about my favorite people, Cisco, them, and Tess and Tay. You know, because boy, I don't know what was going on, but to see this behavior was crazy.
I get to spend the night with her and be in close, intimate setting with her. I was definitely excited.
So a great weekend.
I never seen a man be so excited like that before. You know, he said I was definitely excited whilst almost half asleep. That brother is tired. Okay, all right. He needs a good night's rest. What's you guys' thoughts and ladies' thoughts around Cisco and Tay? Because I thought Tay last week, you know, the situation was he ain't got a car. You know what I mean? And now we're in a situation where he ain't got a car still, but we're blowing backs out. I'm a little confused. I want to get you guys' points of views. Ooh, apologies, and you ladies as well. Around this as well. You know, I want to know what your thoughts were on this aspect. Seaway, I definitely want to hear what Seaway's got to say if she's available. She might not be, but if she's not, then I'll go to Sean. I think
Can you go to Sean first?
Okay, I got you, babe. Sean, talk to me. What's your thoughts on this, man? Because change is crazy.
Listen, Cisco, I got a song. You like to hear it? Here it go. Bag lady, you gonna miss your bus. You can't hurry up. You got too much stuff. He got too much baggage, bro. You know, he got too much baggage. And all this guy was looking for a couch to lay down on. Every time it turned up, he's laid across somebody's couch. And I'm also concerned about Tay. It's like, I just want her to stand on business. You know what I'm saying? Like, know your worth. And this guy's not giving it to you. Why are you making things so easy for him? You know, inviting him to room with you, you know, and he's just kicked back in his feet, you know, like he's being chose. You know, he's just out here trying to get chose and trying to find some place to lay down. At least that's the way it looks. If that's not what it is, that's the way it looks. And I don't see any intentionality coming from him. I don't see a whole lot of effort coming from him. I don't see anything showing that he is going to really step up to the plate. And for me, if you know you're lacking in some major areas, you should really be doing a whole lot more to show like, hey, I'm going to be in this. I'm going to be able to show up and be a good, healthy, functional partner for you. And you're not going to always have to take care of me. And I just don't, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to beat down on the brother, you know, but I'm going to beat down on the brother. He's doing nothing. He's just like laying around, and Tay is kind of like coddling him and, you know, okay, laying on his lap, kissing him. It's like, no, let this man show you what he can do. How is he going to be, you know, a good person for you to be a mate, to be in a relationship with? So yeah, I was a little annoyed with the whole thing, and you know, he was just laying around like a couch potato the whole time.
Go for it, Jay.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, babe.
Yeah, my hands are wet. These two is puzzling to me because I could have swore Tay don't do cheaters, reformed or not. So I'm just like, what are we doing? So at this point, I'm just gonna have to go with real world events. The fact that his thing says he's an actor on his IG, I guess that's what I'm told. I ain't did my research, so don't quote me, y'all. But if that it is, I just feel like they just acting their way through this at this point. Cause what? You have such a bond with Khalil, so you say and all this stuff like that, but you're shacking up with the man with no home, the man that has no car that you may feel some type of way by stating you feel some type of way. I know them friends did not gaslight her back into this situationship with this man. And like Sean says, Cisco has no sense of urgency. I want to better myself for myself, not for no woman, for himself. Take your time out, brother. You a good looking man. You be all right. You could take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I know they put y'all on this show to get your exposure and all, but dang, like, I don't know. I would have acted like something else if that's what the case is. You know what I'm saying? I'd have acted like I got my shit together a little bit, you know? We might have talked about the car situation, but this couch surfing thing you got going on, I don't know about all that. It's a lot. So, I mean, in the real world, their chemistry probably would be great and all this stuff, but finances do cause a lot of breakups, a lot of divorces and all that situation. Before the struggle gets real, just get it in order. Y'all both actually got time. What's the rush?
I just feel like she's not thinking with the right part of herself. That's kind of, Sean can help me out with this. But I think she just is very attractive, so I think that's what it is for the most part.
See what he's trying to say. They want to play Trey songs till the neighbors know my name.
She's not a serious candidate right now.
Yeah, she wanted him to do that Capistrol. She wanted him to do a vertical Capistrol. I think that's what Seaway is alluding to.
Oh, so she got your problem, Shine, in reverse. You know how you feel about an AKA. You know what I'm saying? She got your thing in reverse. I got you. All right. I mean, you know, if you want a superpower smash, that's what you need to do. But brother is tired. You're going to have to let that man get his rest and build his strength back. He ain't trying to go outside. He ain't trying to be in the jacuzzi. He ain't trying to see you in a bikini. He ain't trying to do nothing. He trying to get some sleep. Let that man sleep and go explore your options, child.
I mean, listen, hey, I think, you know, sometimes you get caught up in the game. You play too much. You mess around and you find out. You know what I mean? You tiptoe your Jordans and you find out. The same Jordans that are a little bit too big, you fill up someone else's shoes that you shouldn't be in. You know what I mean? You're in a position you shouldn't be in, and I think that's what's happening with Tay. I think, and I always say this as well: when you betray yourself and you go against what you know to be what your standard is, this is how you end up in a situation. Plus, she wants a kid in 2-3 years, and I just saw a clip with her and Khalil exclusive, or whatever, on Instagram, and Khalil's not necessarily adhering to the timeline. I don't want her to be too desperate to the point where she allows someone like, and I'm not saying this in a rudest way, but I mean to say if like someone to, I'm going to say it because this way it ends up being, rather than it being that, you know, you want to have a child with somebody you want to procreate that you love and care about, you're going to just be like, just breed me. And it's like, sis, you know, find your way, but let's not find our way there. You know, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of stress, it's responsibility. And sometimes our desires can really backfire on us when we're not actually not acting from a place of thriving and rather than survival. So I just hope that she can make a sensible choice and not let the back shots get her confused, because that will confuse you. You know what I mean? Yes, Jay.
Can we put up a poll? Because I just want to ask a real question and I want to see something in real time. I want to know whose fault if this relationship does not thrive. Is it Cisco's? Is it Tay's? Or is it going to be both of them? I want to see something.
I'll put a poll.
Okay, audience. I see y'all putting Tay up in there though. Yeah. Okay, I see y'all. Let's see. Both of them, Cisco. Not thriving.
The question was, if you say if the ratio doesn't thrive.
Yeah, well, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to doom it, so I was saying I didn't want to say they break up, but if it doesn't survive, I don't know. Like,
okay,
if it doesn't go forward, how about that?
Yeah. I'm not going to give them a choice of a middle part. Just too straight.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Got your poll. Okay. Someone says Cisco is going to be himself, and eventually that will be the problem because Tay already knew what was up. I definitely hear that. Is Cisco even divorced, even finalized? That's very true. Should he even be on a show if it's not finalized? Buffoon. I assume that means buffoon. Actually, no, it's probably Boffin, and I don't know what that word means, but she knew better.
It's like both of them. It's AVE for both of them.
Both of them.
Like both of them.
Yeah,
it's both of them.
You got a list of something.
Boffin is both of them.
It's both of them.
Oh wow!
You know how Standard Chart said both of them.
Yeah,
I get you. It's very creative.
Coach, that's all, you know.
Very creative. Because y'all be just mixing that. Both of them is both. Okay, I get it. I see it. I can see where you go with that. Yeah. Okay. Both of them. Okay. No worries at all. She knew better. He ain't smart enough to get her. No, she's laughing at me. Jay laughing at me. Nella says, want to say both, but he's moving more mature and older. It will look like he took advantage of her. I hear that. Okay. AM said Boffin, but she said both. But I thought I'd just be a little bit clever. Hey, love it. Okay. So a lot of people saying Tay. Someone even said T. Someone even said Tar. I don't know who that is. But someone said her. So thank God for the answers. Yeah. So yes. Someone said I thought you were a field ninja. I don't know who that is. Production should not have put Cisco on the show. Yeah, I definitely hear you. Okay, all right, okay. Someone said Ebonics. Yeah, absolutely. That's a problem right there. Yeah. So, any other thoughts on the Cisco? Any other thoughts on Cisco and Tay and their situation? I really should put their names up at least so people can see it. Any more information on them? No. Okay, so let's go to obviously Diona plus Khalil because it's looking a bit tight there, isn't it? You have Diona and Khalil. I thought that was. I'm gonna put a little clip for you guys, just to remind you a little bit of what was going on in that connection, and refresh your memories of that connection because, baby, there was a nice little bit of talking that was going on in this situation. Here we go.
And start to touch up. Yeah. And that's really it, to be honest. Everything else is I can manage. So
okay. I'm gonna need D to, lay off the I can manage everything because it's not making me feel attracted to wanna, serve and be part of their life. But what's you guys and ladies' thoughts around the Diona and the Khalil situation? How we feeling about Boffin? Let me know how you feel about it.
No, Kojo, that particular one, just let it go. You sound like a YT person trying to do that. Just
you know what?
let that one go.
I'm gonna add that to the vocabulary, just like it's Chile, it's Chile, and it's not child, whether it's Chile. I'm gonna add that.
That one works because you know what? That's your own like extra seasoning you put on it, and other people now use that. I've heard it used. This both of them, your version, it's not working for you, bro.
I think if you do it long enough, they're gonna catch on. If they do it long enough,
don't do it.
They might catch on. Sure.
You gotta know when to hold them and to fold them. So this is a side story, but in college, one time, one of my friends, I was trying to curse, and they told me I sound like Frank Sinatra. Just stop cursing. And I had to just. They said, "Nah, that's not working for you. You sound like Frank Sinatra. Let it go." So I had to look myself in the mirror. As much as I wanted to cuss so bad, but it just wasn't working out for me. They were like, "Stick to your little $5 vocabulary words. That works for you."
I think, look, give it a couple weeks, they're gonna catch on.
Okay, keep going, bro.
That's good for you. Sorry, anyway, go for it, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I saw Phil's comment. I guess maybe I wasn't paying attention where Phil was saying he's Khalil came off his week. I guess I missed it. I just feel like Deanna doesn't like anybody, you know? So maybe I'm like, that's where my bias is. So I just zone out because it just seems like she doesn't like anybody. So she's just giving like, you know, lackluster energy, you know? So I don't know. I think her person is not here. I think she just needs to free herself, you know, and just, you know, go be free and find people that are more aligned to her and that she likes, because this ain't it.
What do you think, Jay?
Deanna pulling a classic reality TV move when you want out, but you can't get out that contract just any old way. So you just gotta, like Sean say, give lackluster and I don't give a F energy. The only thing she really needed to do is to really, I shouldn't say this, but you know, start looking directly at the camera on a lot of your scenes. It might get you out. I don't know, but now they might put that in a clause. So she don't like these people. She don't like these men. She all outright told us in the confessional. She over it. They ain't got nobody here for her. Okay. Now she just at the point where she belittled. Do I agree with this? No. You know, you don't have to take people down just because you don't like them. But I guess she's trying to figure out a way out of real TV. This is going to be the only grace that I'm giving her. I'm making up a story for you, D. Rock with it. Okay. You just trying to get off this TV show, sis. Okay. Hear me out. And this is your method of doing it, being nasty and rude to the men, to the producers, be like, all right, we just gonna let it go. Her and Khalil just friends. I don't know why that man keeps talking about he's searching for anything. You got all your answers, bro. You know that's just this. That ain't going nowhere. Ain't nothing. You said it yourself. Ain't nothing romantic happening. If it ain't happening for you romantically, then we're done. We're just holding on at strings right now. So you both can go home. Cause what's his connection? Who's his other Tay? He had a couple of other connections last week, though. It was like he was at Tay, he was with Deanna, and he got Angie, but Angie about to, oh, Lord Jesus. Yeah, he ain't got no connection. Go ahead. Go home, baby. Go home. Call me.
Did I hear you just say call me at the end?
If you need somebody to talk to.
If you don't quit it. If you don't quit it.
777-92-11.
You want to give her some dating advice, Jay?
I will tell you, listen, she's a beautiful woman.
You know what? I don't want to give her no advice. Y'all know me and advice anyway, but because I don't know, I'm not seeing Deanna in a real dating setting.
Mm.
So when she call you, what you gonna say to her?
I can't really say nothing because I haven't seen her in action, like real action with somebody that she actually likes. So I can't tell her how to be with people that she like, you know what I'm saying? Because I have not seen that. At this point, I've seen her be with everybody she don't like. And she got one tactic when she don't like you is basically tear you down to a degree. She ain't totally tear him down, but that's because he ain't got on her last nerve. For whatever reason, Hussein got on her last nerve, but that's because Hussein held her accountable. It was Hussein she was on them dates they showed on the background, yeah. So he be holding her accountable. She don't like that. That's one thing I will say from the exclusive clips is Deanna don't like to be held accountable for things that she do.
Where's Seaway? I know that's Seaway's.
I was gonna say, yeah.
What's her hot take?
She might be in the media front, so she may not be able to respond. She's it's too loud. Okay, you know. Okay, that's no way, Seaway. We got you. But no, listen. I think I do think she's not. There's no one in there she's really feeling, and I think that has caused her to react the way she has. But I just feel like she just needs to be a little bit more softer, man. You know what I mean? Like, Diona knows this. I've told her this, but I'm like, baby girl, you need to just be a little bit softer. You know, like when you're in this dating aspect, even if you don't like the person, it's actually an opportunity to grow some more, you know, and learn more about yourself. It's opportunity to grow in your flirting game. It's you know, there's opportunity to really grow here, you know, in some aspects. If you know you're not feeling them anymore, you know what I mean? Just, you know, at least be a little bit more open, you know, so that you can try and not necessarily like, because again, we understand some people are just there because really and truly they're locked in. The contract says you got to stay a couple episodes and you ain't got no choice but to make the show. But it would have been good to like be a little bit more open. I haven't seen her be open yet, and I think that's what the you know, the issue tends to be. It's like, I haven't seen you be open. I haven't seen you be able to just really be open emotionally. And maybe it could be because of the men, but it could be also because she just doesn't open up very well, and that's something that she needs to work on. Yes, Jay.
Okay, so maybe I could say to that point right there is like you can practice sometimes on people you don't necessarily want. Now it's tricky since you can accidentally lead them on if they kind of literally like you a little too much. So you got to be careful with it. But you can, like Coach will say, you practice your being politeness and just having minor conversation with people. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be rude and act like you don't want to get to know a person, because they can be a valuable asset later on. And I'm not just saying like as far as work or business things, but sometimes they become a good friend of yours. They might lead you to your person. You know what I'm saying? They might put in the good word, like, you know, I know this real cool girl over here, you know, met her through this process, whatever and stuff. And she was real down to earth like her. I think y'all might be fit from what I hear. She like how she likes, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just don't want to burn your bridges when you don't have to. I say it like that.
I'm just trying to figure out what man Deanna would be suited for. What man does she even want? She's just unpleasant all the way around. And they keep asking you to put that picture of her in the confessional with the wig. I don't know if you got it. I'm just reading the comments. I'm not saying it. I'm just reading the comments.
I'm just reading the comments.
Y'all better leave my Diona alone. You know, I gotta love her. You better leave my Diona alone. I fight for mine. Okay? All right, you better leave her alone. But no, I hear you. No.
You gonna buy her a headset? You gonna buy her a hat, Coach? You gonna get her one? Deanna, you gonna spend that bread on her like you did your best friend?
Listen, the way you know me, I like the finger wave hair that she'd be having. I can't lie to you. It's sexy to me. So listen, if she needs me to pay, I'm gonna pay. Because I love that hairstyle. I ain't gonna lie to you. Why she need that?
Not for the hairstyle, for the wig.
Why she need a wig for? No, I can't do the wig thing. The wig thing, I think she looks, for me personally, my personal suggestion, I love her with the finger wave hair. I think she's a beautiful woman. That finger wave hair is beautiful, it's seductive, it's sexy, it is attractive. You know what I mean? As well. So I prefer in that space. You know what I mean? But you know, hey. Braids look good on her too. That's why with braids, I said she look good. Braids, hey, you know. But I'm biased. You know me. You know what I mean. I'm biased. So no, don't ask me. I'm biased. You know what I mean. Someone else might have a more objective view. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel bad for her because because I saw in a couple of things. I forgot. I think this. I don't know if this was an exclusive or one of the scenes where she was like, she constantly gets perceived as masculine. And for her, she doesn't see it that way. And I think what's happening is her exterior and the way she dresses is feminine, but perhaps it could be her energy. You know, her career, the profession she chose too, you know, is typically something that's masculine. But I think there's a wall there. There's some type of wall, I don't know why, where she just, you know, doesn't want to let people in. And if she feels like you playing in her face, or she feels like you're trying to downplay her, she's gonna come out. She's gonna get you before you get her. And that's what we saw, you know, going into it with her and Hussein. They just were kind of doing this, you know, tennis match with each other, ping ponging the balls back and forth. And I just feel like if you are ready to love, you also have to be in a space where you're open and you're there's a level of vulnerability. And I don't think we've seen that in her yet. I don't know if she has it, but from what I see, I don't see it yet. So I just want for her to be vulnerable and to be open and to not have her guards up and her defenses so much. Even with this conversation, you know, when the previous conversations around communication, you know, it's kind of like she's always in this position where she wants to defend and not be open to hear what somebody else may like. I saw a slight bit of flexibility when I think Khalil was saying like he would want more affection, and she's saying she's open to that. But I don't know. Her personality just doesn't read to me like she's somebody that's affectionate. It could be, you know, deceiving. Maybe she really is, but it seems like she's not an affectionate person to me. So I'd be interested to hear what's her background and what's driving the way she comes off to people.
I would definitely want to hear what her background is, because it gives, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe with these people enough to trust them with my life. And sometimes that's why we pick the professions that we pick. You know what I'm saying? You're in the process of saving other people's lives because you don't have nobody to save yours, or you didn't have nobody. And so you're the only person that you could depend on, because her answers, I don't need you for anything. Baby girl, you got to be like that Jill Scott song, Sean Help Me Out, where she'd be like, I can kill a spider with my own hands, but I don't want to because I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do all these things. I don't really need a man to do any of these things, but deep down inside, I want a man to do these things. What do you want a man to do for you? Just pipe you down from time to time? Well, say that. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with it.
After the existence of Christ.
But if you want more from a man, you actually want a partnership, you got to allow him the space to do it. You can't just perceive in your head that he's not capable enough because he doesn't present a certain way. And some men are quiet masculines. They don't always show you it and stuff like that. But when you need them to come through, they fully come through for you. So I don't know. I think she just needs to just relax just a little bit on whatever got her so tight and wound up that she don't trust nobody.
Jay, that's a bomb song. I just had to look it up. The fact is, I need you. That song, I can pay my own light bill, baby. Pump my own gas in my own car. I can buy my own shoe collection. I've been blessed thus far. I can kill the spider above my bed, although it's hard because I'm scared. But I need you. And I think that's what we want to see. I mean, as a man, I want to be needed. So I think that song, Jay, is perfect. You know, we want to be needed and wanted. And I don't think that she's at that place where she really feels like she truly does want or need a man.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you guys. I think, you know, I think for Deanna, she just needs to be able to learn to be safe within herself, so she can actually begin to exist in her feminine. It's just that's it. I think the world, obviously, of course, you know, women go through the world and experience certain things, and certain environments, and they pick up a lot of the debris of the world. And to defend themselves, they have to take on a more, I like to call it a more defensive stance, which is understandable. You know what I mean? And so it's an armor that a lot of women are wearing. And I do see Diona in that same way. And I think, like you said, Sean, she is, you go on her Instagram, she's a very beautiful, curvaceous, sexy woman. And you will never guess it until you start seeing her moving in motion picture. So like when you see her on Instagram, this woman's is the baddies of baddies. You know what I'm saying to you? Well, according to me anyway. You know, I feel like, you know, especially when she had the braids on, that was my thing. But I'm just saying, in real estate, like you see as an aesthetic, beautiful, curvaceous, seems very feminine. But when obviously then you get into motion and we see you talking and how you're interacting, because relationships require us to show up with vulnerability, what it does is it exposes the way that we show up. And when we don't feel safe enough to show up, we show up in a defensive posture. And so because she shows up in that defensive posture, what it tends to become, it comes out as antagonistic, it comes out as accusatory, it comes out as very defensive, it comes out as being very quick to shut down. And so there's even a way to, even when things are not so serious, there's a way to kind of like decline somebody, right? Like you can just say, hey, look, you know, I appreciate the offer, it's not for me. Or it's like, get away from me. You know what I mean? There's two different ways you can handle something. So it really is also honestly about being able to feel safe within yourself, to exist in your feminine and to allow that energy to flow. The masculine is always going to be there because as human beings we have both masculine and feminine, but being allowed and allowing yourself to exist in that place, meaning allowing yourself to connect with your emotions, allowing yourself to share emotions, allowing yourself to receive them as well, right? It's all part of the feminine energy that you also need to find balance. I just feel like there isn't much of a balance just yet from what we've seen. But it could be because no man is actually that she likes there. It could be as well. I have to take that into consideration. But as of yet, I'm yet to see any of that balance. You know, I was just looking at a young lady. I can't remember. I think, is it her name Naomi Storm or something? She's a singer. She's a singer. I saw her the other day, and she just oozes that sexual feminine. But I was like, okay, but if she was to talk to someone, would she look different? So everybody can present in a particular way because you can dress in that way, but it's how you show up. You know what I mean? It's how you show up. And I think that's really important about the way that is. And I know we're saying that, you know, if a strong, confident man came in there, yeah, but a strong, confident man also might say, why do I need this? Why do I need to be the one that's going to hold frame so you can heal? Why not choose somebody that someone else who also is healed? So we also don't want to, you should be doing the work yourself. Everybody should be, and that includes men, to be more secure within themselves, to be better partners and to choose better partners in future as well. Okay. Any other thoughts on the Diona and Khalil situation?
Listen, I just took a, oh, go ahead.
Oh?
I'll let you go.
I was just gonna echo your sentiment. As a woman, it's a delicate dance when you don't allow men to play a role. You attract the men that just want to take from you. And saying that all you need is, I don't know what she said, take out the trash. It was something small. Like, you're just gonna attract user type men. You gotta allow space. Even if you're creating space. Like, I let my husband drive. That may sound small, but it'd be stuff like that. Even though I prefer to drive, I actually just told him that. But you know, you gotta allow the men to do something, or you're gonna attract the wrong type of people.
I will tap into the other side of that too, that you were speaking on, is basically you loving on yourself, because you got to get to a point where you can hold yourself accountable and reflect or whatever on the things that you are possibly doing wrong and sabotaging your own situations with and stuff at the same time. Yes, like CY said, you can attract the low quality, low vibrational men by not having standards in place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need much from a man, yes, but I require a lot from him. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to relax in my feminine. There's no greater feeling than be able to relax in my feminine and know that my every being is being taken care of and will be taken care of by this person. That is a crazy feeling to have. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Deanna type girl where it's like, I'm on go automatically. I'm survival mode off rip. But to be able to sit back and just relax a day, knowing that my man got me, That's a beautiful feeling and stuff. And so it's hard to get to that space when you so wound up on, if I let you in, you're gonna hurt me. If I let you in, you're gonna hurt you. Because what you're gonna do is lose me. I'm quick to like walk out of a situation I don't feel comfortable in, but at the same time, I'm gonna let you know how to handle me, what makes me tick, what makes me go, all this stuff like that. And I'm gonna allow you the space to get it right. If after me saying it once or twice and stuff like that, because I really don't like repeating myself, but I got to give you that fairness, and it's still not changed accordingly, I got to go. It's okay. Sometimes we're not meant to be in everybody's life forever. And you got to be okay with that part of it too. It's called dating.
Well, listen, I too, I agree with you, Kojo. You know, I seen her IG, but it was like a long time ago. I just kind of perused through it, but I took another peek through. I put a link in the chat. There's a picture where she just looks beautiful, like just in her natural state, you know, like I just feel like she just has to, you know, get to the root cause of whatever has her having her guard up like this, you know? So those are my thoughts for her. Yeah, that picture right there. Oh man, that to me, that is so beautiful.
That's very pretty. I like that. I love that look. That's beautiful.
Definitely hear you on that one still. My camera went out, but yeah, no, I definitely hear you. And I think also again, like I said, I think what you guys are talking about, and I love what you guys are saying, and ladies as well. You know, I think you know, accountability for yourself, healing for yourself, and just also as well, just I think the word, you know, that Siwe also said was allowing yourself as well. I think that's a key thing, is allowing permission. You know, Siwe and Jay kind of echoed those same sentiments, allowing yourself, and I think that's key. For any lady out there, and for any man out there too, as well, to exist in your masculine, my guys, you know, not toxic but masculine, you know. But it's to allow yourself to be able to exist in that plane, allow yourself to feel in that space and be okay with it. And that takes work, and that changes, actually it changes everything, you know. As a man too, when you feel more confident in being able to have boundaries, be able to execute, say to be strong to your word, and to do what your purpose is, and to live in it. It changes you as a man, how you show up. You know what I mean? Like it changes the way that you want to interact. You know, when you can almost, and we always have a joke, don't we? In essence, almost in a sense, when you can almost see when a man hangs around with a lot of women, he picks up the mannerisms and the energy. And the same with women who tend to, quote unquote, when I say tend to, I'm doing quote fingers and you can't see it, but hangs around with a lot of men, picks up the same mannerisms, because that's the energy they're around a lot more times around. So again, it's about being able just to kind of flow and pick up a balance, but also allowing yourself to be able to be in a space where you allow the feminine for women, and for the men, allow the masculine to also guide you as well, not to a toxic state, but just to a healed state where there's balance of the two. Okay, we don't deny either just because you're one. Okay.
You know how they say read the room.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you know how they say read the room. It's just a matter of knowing which energy is needed at that time.
Absolutely. You're not lying at all. Know what's needed at the time. Okay. Then there was another situation, obviously. So let me just get you guys another clip.
This weekend.
Let me get another clip for you guys that was showing for the other couples. Okay, Cam and Angie, the situation. They're busting up the windows at the car and ting there. Cam looked genuinely concerned. I've never seen a brother look so concerned in my life. This brother looks so concerned.
Situations. That's not something that I look for. And I'm all about protecting my peace, and I can't have that.
I'm not going to let somebody just play in my face or do something to me that I don't like.
He said, I'm signing out. I'm signing out. What's you guys' thoughts on Cam Angie situation? Was he right to react the way he did? I mean, you know, I know we've all probably done some crazy things in our lives, but was he right to, you know, feel the way he did and to react the way he did? You know, old girl says she's busted a couple windows in the car before. What What's your thoughts? Are you walking away the same way Cam was if you hear a girl say, "Shall I bust the windows out your car"?
You know, I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all know I be ready to protect my peace, and I'm not gonna do much back and forth with people I ain't effing. So, he has every right to protect his peace. He has every right to walk away. However, me personally, that's just me, though I like to protect my peace. It's early stages. I would have asked more context questions on how did we get here? What pushed you to that level? Because I like to know people's points, their breaking points. So sometimes it's just like, okay, your breaking point was that simple. Oh, okay, so maybe I shouldn't mess with you because you are gonna have a person walking on eggshells, or I can understand because they did X, Y, and Z. Okay, cool, got it. How long ago was this? You know what I'm saying? Was it your last relationship, or was it somewhere back in your past when you was about 14, 15 years old? You know what I'm saying? We all had a little thug life back in the day. I understand. I just would have asked more questions. I just wouldn't have walked away knowing that we're fully having these conversations to actually get to know each other. You're defeating the purpose. At the same time, Angie, sweetheart, don't try to gaslight us and think that we didn't hear what you said and stuff like that. Yes, you did it out of rage. Was it right? No, just go and sit and have a conversation. Yeah, I did it. It's something in my past. You know what I'm saying? I understand now. I shouldn't be acting like this. I could probably do better. I can actually talk it out now, or I can walk away from the situation. But to sit here and act like you didn't say what you said, sis, is crazy to me. He fully has a reason to be mad and feel some type of way. You fully have a reason to either go and see why he feels some type of way, explain yourself away, or not. Let's be mature about it. But she, in all fairness, and this is not really fair because she shouldn't be this intoxicated, she was trying to have this conversation while drunk, which was never the best thing to try to ever do. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say she shot herself in the foot, but she shot herself in the foot. We'll get to the other half of Cam's situation later. I'll let somebody else go.
Okay. Go ahead, Coach. What were you gonna say?
No. I was gonna say anything. I was gonna say you can go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was waiting to see where it was in, but I'll go. Yeah, I don't. To me, I understand his hesitancy. Perhaps his reaction was a little over the top, because I think, like, similar to Kiera and her reaction to Jay, I just think he jumped the gun, because it's not like she was threatening to break his windows. You're getting information from her on how she would handle things. And I think you just got to take the information in, and take it for what it's worth. She might be a little tick, tick, boom. So you got to understand what you're walking into. To me, I wouldn't get upset about it. It wouldn't be anything that I would get myself that worked up about, because she, again, she wasn't threatening to break his windows. It's not like she saw him do something and was like, yeah, I'm going to break your windows. No, she was like, if I get, if somebody pushes my buttons and does something to me, I'm going to react. That's what her statement told me. And I think that's all the information I would need to know. It wouldn't work for me, because I like people that are a little more level-headed. And again, it doesn't mean you can't have a range of emotions, but if your reactions tilt towards destruction and violence, it's like we either gonna have Jasmine Sullivan, which knocked the windows out your car. That's the song we know. But how many people know the Blue Cantrell song? That's the original hit 'em up style. That was even crazier, because she said she gonna go on a shopping spree to Neiman Marcus. So I don't want either one of those versions of reaction if something goes awry. Again, my job is to not do things that are going to infuriate you, but I can't promise you're not going to be upset at me either. So I don't know what's going to set you off. And if that is to break my car or take my credit card, two of those things are going to get me very upset. And two very upset people are not a good combination. So that's what I think.
Sean said, y'all not going to buy no new heels on my dime. No, sir.
Not out of anger. I'll take you shopping. I'll buy you some things.
I know, but you going to go and do it off my.
Exactly. Don't run my car.
Cause you mad I did something to you? That's funny. Yeah, no, agreed.
My mic went. Yeah, no. So, yeah, no. I personally think, you know, that I understand that he had a triggered moment, and in that moment it happens. Sometimes you're in that space, and you know, something gets said to you, and you have a physical reaction. And I get it. I don't probably had a situation. I don't have a problem with the aspect of that. You know, I think that he may have just needed to have a bit more time so that he can actually fully explain it. I mean, he did explain it, to be honest, but just be able to explain it to Angie in that sense, you know. I know she said it's her past, it was her past, and I think that's all that he maybe needed to allow her to have a bit more space to kind of flesh it out a little bit, you know, so that he doesn't operate from the triggered space and kind of just lock her down to like, well, you said it means now. It's like, no, I was saying that I've done that in the past. It's like, have you told someone to shut up before? Yes, I have told someone to shut up before. I've never told my partner to shut up, to be honest, but you know, that's neither here or there. But what I'm saying to you is like, sometimes we've done things in the past that we've changed and no longer do those same things. You know what I mean? So it's like someone asking, have you ever cheated before? Yes, I have cheated before. It was in the past, and I'm no longer a cheater. So, but I can understand why you're triggered. And if you say that's not for you, I'd also have to be okay with that. I cannot force you to be okay with that just because it was in my past. You may not be okay then. I'll say to you, that's absolutely fine. We also got to learn also to be okay when people say that they don't want something. Yes, Sean.
Yeah, I just feel like when somebody starts going down the road of, you know, what did the other person do? I'm sorry. Outside of I'm aiming my car at you and your only defense is to bash my car, and that's chaos and toxicity. You know, that to me, there's no other reason. I don't care what the person did. I don't care if they cheated on you. I don't care if you had a bad argument. I don't care if they hurt your feelings. There is nothing that warrants busting the windows out somebody's car. I'm sorry.
Hold up. Nothing. There's some things. If you try to run me over with that car,
Jane,
yeah.
I just said that. That's what I just said.
I know, but I'm saying there are some reasons, but yeah,
well,
that's the
only one, but that's not the main reason that people be busting people's windows out their car, though. You know, but yeah, of course, if you have to defend yourself, you know, of course, do what you got to do to survive and live or whatever. But 9 times out of 10, people are getting angry and letting their anger, and that's a sign of emotional. You're not emotionally regulated, because somebody can take you to the point where you want to react in physical violence. You want to harm an object, and that to me, that's the signs of somebody that's abusive. You know, because if that's your go-to, you get hurt, somebody hurts your feelings, you want to go to destructive, abusive things. The way you connect dots is not going to work for me. You know, busting windows and then like saying it like, hey, you're not going to do me. That's that we're in war mentality. And that's where people are still have unhealthy relationships, because they look at relationships as like opposition. It's like, I have to win. You know, somebody hurts me, I got to hurt them back. You hurt me, I want you to feel exactly what I felt. That's toxic. That's people love to throw toxic around. That's what toxicity is. You get in a cycle of trying to make somebody feel the same pain you felt, and that's not the answer. And if that's your solution, your tactic, I don't care what your justification is. Again, self-defense aside, anything else, what are we doing? Especially not at a big grown age. Everybody there is in their 30s. Some people are in their early 40s. It's like, I wouldn't even be talking about that.
Yeah, I definitely hear you, and I didn't even pick up on that until you said it. Yeah, the fact is, if you make an excuse for why you created violence, that is the language of someone who's been abusive, rather than someone who's actually learned that actually, you know what, that should have never happened. I should have never got to that stage where I did that. You know what I mean? So I definitely hear you on that particular one. Didn't even think of it that way, but when you said it, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and maybe that's where Angie needs to do a bit more work. She's not able to recognize that these traits, some of these behaviors, whilst you're saying it is in the past, your language of how you decorate that and present it on a table doesn't look very presentable, and it's still signaling to other people that maybe you are still like that. And I think that was part of the conversation you were trying to address about matching energy. She was like, that's not what I'm going to do. But it's like, if the reason why you did it in the first place was to match energy, then you are more than likely going to do that if you don't recognize that matching energy does not help anybody and it causes carnage in that space. So yeah, I think that's a key thing. That's good pointing out. I never thought of it that way as well. Any other thoughts on the Cam and Angie before our last one? We do Cam and Rose. Just a little quick one. Yes, Jay, go for it.
No, I was just gonna touch on y'all matching energy and mirroring people's thing. It's like, y'all know me. I like to say I mirror your energy and stuff like that. But the truth is, while you're mirroring somebody's energy, y'all both looking at each other's reflection. So that guess what? It keeps reflecting the same pain back and forth to each other. It really goes nowhere. One of y'all got to make a decision to walk away at some point, if not address the situation and hope that there's some change made or something. The tit for tat thing only works for so long. And it's not going to last for a loving, healthy relationship or whatever and stuff like that. Like, good tit for tat is one thing, but you hurt me, now I got to make you feel something. It makes no sense. Feel something about me being gone. I know I say that and it sounds easy, but a lot of times your presence is more valuable than all the stuff you're going to tear up or whatever. So it's like, you leaving might be the best thing for both of y'all if it gets to that point. You're not gonna cheat on me and I'm gonna go tear up your stuff, because I'd be damn somebody come tear up my stuff. We going somewhere then. We both tearing up some things and one of us gonna be in jail or the hospital. That's at the end of that, you know what I'm saying? So before we get there, let me just go ahead and walk away, because one thing I know for sure is how my temper is set up and it operates. And I'm more scared of me than I am of you. So let me just chill out. Let me protect my peace, as we like to say, and really act on that by backing up. So, Ange, I agree with both of y'all. Her whole dialect in that thing is, it's in my past, but I'm still in that space. She didn't say nothing. Her tone was never past tense. It was, if you do something to me, I'm gonna do it. And in all fairness, she's right. You can't hurt me and tell me how to react. But in my conscious and how my piece is now set up, and I say now because I probably reacted a few times in a bit, but that's neither here nor there. How it's set up now is, let me just chill out. Let me just try not put myself in that position. But if I happen to fall in that position, let me be regulated enough to say, you know what, I'm out. I ain't about to fall in this position twice, because I'll be feeling like if I just tear up your stuff and still take you back, guess what? Oh, I'm gonna be tearing up some more stuff in another month or so. So just let me go about my way before I get a warrant. And mind my business. Especially it's early in a relationship.
Definitely hear you on that one. I can't lie to you. Last part is just a little quick one. Rose and Cam.
Connected with, and that I can see myself with.
Yeah.
Long term. At this point, I don't feel like Cam and I is not on the same.
Okay, can I just ask a question? She was buying him a shirt and doing too much again. Why is she buying him a shirt? Why is she buying him a shirt and saying, you can look good? I said she doing too much again. This is how it starts. This is how it starts.
Wait, I just realized something. She said, I feel like me and Cam is on the same page. Meanwhile, he's at the thing talking about, I'm sick of all of them. You're on mute, coach. I'm sorry. What?
You say he don't like her. I was like,
Oh, I can't with this situation right here. Rose, calm down, sis. Chill out. Mr. Captain Saver. Okay. Again, you're doing too much, as Coach says. This is exactly what the ex was trying to tell you when he said you kept making the soup and trying to feed it to him. You doing too much. Did you buy? I just need to know if she bought both Hussein and Cam matching shirts. That's all I need to know. If everybody got a gift, okay, fine. Well, why are you trying to buy this man's love and affection? Because he got 3 connections. Like, just save your money, sis. Save it. All right, chill out, back up. You sleeping in the room with a whole nother man. So it's giving, as she says, I'm not perfect, but you're giving a little manipulative too. Like, let me just buy you over here something and stuff, remind you that I'm here. Meanwhile, I'm going to pick this room with this other man real quick and tell y'all I'm not going to sleep in his bed unless I just want to cuddle because I'm grown. Okay. All right, sis.
You know, I got a song. You like to hear it? Here it goes. And this is by the late, great Aretha Franklin. A rose is still a rose. Baby girl, you're still a flower. He can't take you, leave you, make you, and then break you. Darling, you hold the power. I just need Rose to hold her power. Rose, you're a rose, baby girl. You're beautiful. Like, what is going on? What has life done to you where she's just so willing to compromise who she is? And it just hurts me to see, because she's a beautiful woman. Seems like she has a lot to offer, but she just is like you know, just like a flower in a wind, a rose petal in the wind, just floating in whatever direction any one of these men will take her. It's like when we met her, we heard about her strong beliefs, her belief in God, in Jesus, and it's like she's so far away from that. She's over here talking about all the stuff, you know, what she's willing to put down in the bedroom and having these wild conversations, you know, with Hussein's friends, and now she's over here buying him t-shirts. Like, I just feel bad because it's like the guys aren't even doing anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I see zilch, zero. I don't see not one guy doing anything. Hussein, you know, he ain't communicating with the ladies. None of them. Giving minimal effort. Cam, he's over here trying to teach Sahara, you know, he's trying to level her up. I just really feel like it's just disappointing. Like, I just want Rose to just realize, like, ain't nobody here for you, ma'am. And why are you bending and contorting yourself to these guys this way and making yourself so available? And then, like, just constantly giving her energy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rose. Whew. This ain't it.
You could see Rose and Kim. Tell me why. Tell me how. I mean, I can see them as best friends because they so much alike. But a relationship wise, I don't see it lasting too long because they both want to play the same role.
Yeah, no, I definitely hear that. And I think, obviously, when I saw Rose behind him that shirt, I was just like, oh, Rose, baby girl, what are we doing? You know? And I was like, again, it reminded me of Angie buying a little gift for Hussein. I was like, same thing. It just, you know, it's a nice gesture, but slow it down, baby. Okay, we're in competition. But no, I get it. I mean, I think with Rose and Cam, I think they both want to serve other people. I think they get a kick, and not in a bad way, getting a kick out of serving people and being of service. The only thing is that when you do that, sometimes you attach your value to being one that serves, and so that can end up becoming a position which then you end up self-abandoning yourself and your actual needs. So that's my only thing with the Rose and Cam. I do think, you know, that with their situation, they both got connections. He's got 3, she's got 2. Are they going to be able to give each other enough time? You know, are they going to be able to carve out quality time for them to be able to get to know each other on a more deeper level? I don't know, you know, because they're in a household and they've got different connections. They're trying to suffice. That's a difficult thing, you know what I mean? And I always feel like Ready to Love at this point becomes carnage because it's about winning rather than actually connections. But we have to sit with that as TV at the end of the day. But yeah, I think, you know, I think what Rose needs to do is learn how to just kind of sit back and receive rather than always being in a position of giving. So if you're somebody that overdoes the giving and you always feel tired after relationships, just know that more than likely you're probably over giving, and you just need to take a little step back and allow the person to give to you a little bit, as well. So, but that, again, we know that because the ex-boyfriend told us this already last week about wanting to serve so much. And sometimes that can be a mode of control as well, that you serve that much and you force feed what you want that person. Because inevitably what she was saying was change your shirt. You know what I mean? Like inevitably what she was really kind of saying was change your shirt. And that is the control. So yeah, sis, next time, leave the shirts at home and let that man choose the shirt he wants to choose. Any other thoughts? Before we bring it to a close. Any other thoughts before we bring it to a close? No? Okay. Well, listen, our time has been well spent. We are under the time limit. Good. Under the 2 hour mark. Master Sean, give us a benediction and we'll be on our way.
Yeah, well, it was a good time tonight. It's been a while since, the core four have gotten together. So it felt like a family reunion. Oh, look at JJ. Look at the sun and the light shining on you.
Just looking good.
Love it.
I'm single. I can flirt.
Don't get her riled up. Oh, boy. Especially as her B-Day week. Forget it. But what you say, JJ?
I'm trying to have some birthday.
Uh-oh. Not you hitting us with a song. So, yes, I think we took away a few key lessons, in this, and I think some of the things we learned is, communication is key, right? That communication is, we need to be on the same page. Sometimes we think we're setting boundaries, but I don't think we've set those boundaries firm enough, right? We need to check in, make sure each other are understanding. We're thinking about Kiara and Jay, right? She was under one impression, he was under another. We need to be crystal clear and make sure we understand what it looks like, right? And then when people do things that cross our boundaries or upset us, how we react is also important. Right. We don't get a full license to react any kind of way just because somebody upsets us. Right. We can react. We can have our feelings, but we also should be tempered in the way that we do react. Right. That's called emotional regulation, emotional maturity, and how you react to someone hurting your feelings or doing something that you feel hurts you or harms you. So also very important there. Next thing, we're going to save the last, but we're going to put them in second. Listen, we talked about roles. What you expect, and this is a similar message for Tay. We can't just be open to everybody. Right. We have to, we got to have boundaries. And if we set a boundary, don't move from it, because people watch that. When you move from a boundary that you have set, and you've set a clear, foundational things such as your religion, such as what you want financially, and then you move off of that, you tell people that you will compromise. And that's the one thing you never want to do in an early part of a relationship, is compromise your values, compromise who you are. So super important that you never compromise yourself for someone else, because at the end of the day, the only person that's going to get hurt is you. So I think those are the key things. And I think all lessons that we've learned along the way is, just control your emotions. You are the only person that you can control. And when you focus on that and how you react, then you'll be less likely to try to control other people. Back to you, Coach.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you. My internet was playing up a little bit there. Yeah, listen, audience, thank you so much for this. We're back next Tuesday for another installment of Ready to Love. Like I said, I need Ready to Love to come with it next season, boy, because they're draining me. I'm starting to feel like how I felt about Married at First Sight, the way they're going on Ready to Love. They're going to lose me at this point. But no, it's been a good conversation. We've enjoyed it. And of course, we know that I think it's next month or whatever, next 2 months, Married at First Sight comes back. So our Thursday nights will be locked in again. Love that, and I can't wait for it. I'm locked in, ready for the show as well. So we look forward to chopping it up again once more. And I do need to tomorrow night, Sean. We got our one, right? We got our Pop the Balloon tomorrow. Is it Wednesday tomorrow? Wednesday tomorrow? Yeah. So we got Pop the Balloon.
Yeah, you said we was gonna do it last week.
You know what? You're right. I'm back now.
Your words.
I'm back now. I'm back now.
So don't ask me.
We didn't do it last week.
Those words.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what I'm saying it now so that I can out myself. So I have to do it. You know what I mean? We're gonna do it.
Okay, I'll be here.
We're gonna do it. If we do it at 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Sean, yeah, you can do it. Sean, you can do it at 7 p.m. Isn't it? 7 p.m. EST, you can do it at 7 p.m. Isn't it? 7 p.m. EST, let's go. You know what I mean? So that I can, we can all get to bed early. But yeah, we'll do 7 p.m. and we'll be back. I'll pop the balloons again because I need to get myself consistent again. And yeah, back to original scheduled time and process as well. All right. So tomorrow we're back with Pop the Balloon. And can't wait to chop it up again as well. All right, audience, we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much for coming through. I think there's almost 300 people in the room, so thank you. Appreciate you lot. Stay locked, stay loaded, and we will see you again. I think I need to do a live as well later on tomorrow. I know that Nick and Taylor interview dropped with Kiki Palmer, so I know you guys will definitely be interested in some of the thoughts around that as well. Actually, I think it was a really good interview. You know what I mean? Slightly awkward because I think Taylor obviously dated Andrea. I really want to know what conversation they're having because you date my girl, I've dated your girl, and he didn't really fancy her. I wonder is that not going to be awkward? You know what I mean? Is that not awkward? Do you not think that's awkward, Sean? No, it's not awkward.
I think that under the concept, generally yes, but under the show, no.
Okay.
And it's not awkward if you don't like the person. And Taylor clearly doesn't like Alondria. He is not. That's true. And I didn't like the interview, to be quite honest. I wasn't a fan, you know?
Why?
Yeah, no, I wasn't too crazy about some of Taylor's behavior after this, and this just showed even more. Yeah. I don't like his character. He didn't really own anything. He didn't really say, hey, listen, I did drag it along. Nothing, not even an ounce. You know, he just sat there and tried to play the whole thing off. So I really wasn't rocking with him. You know,
that's fair. Lack of accountability in that respect. I can see that as well. Yeah, you know, I think it would have been interesting to find. It would have been interesting because I would have loved to hear a bit more about if Nick was asking you every week saying about. When he says "if," it's also interesting because when they asked him what his response was, he couldn't remember what Taylor's response was, which tells me, I mean, a nigga, you can't remember what his response was when you asked him about his girl and you don't remember his response every week. Okay, but yeah, I was wondering how that would have played out too, because obviously then Taylor's wasted her time in a sense. You know what I mean? Like he did waste her time knowing that you wanted her and you just been dragging her along. You know, that was also intriguing for me too. So I don't know. I wonder how long this friendship is going to last. With if he's able to stay, if he's willing to stay with Olendria this long. I don't know how the relationship is going to stay because, like I said, I don't know. It's weird. I just think to myself, but again, like you said, it's a show, innit? It's not like I've known you for a little while. It's like you met on the show. I just think to myself, if you were wasting a girl's time, then I'm dating her and we're still friends, and I know you don't rate her. But I rate her highly. I don't know. Again, that would be awkward for me, I guess. For me, I think that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you bring up a good point, and that's the one thing I saw that I didn't really care for in Nick, because to me, I'm the kind of person, a friend to everyone is a friend to no one. And Nick made it clear that he wants to be a friend with everybody. He want to be a friend with Huda. He want to be a friend with Nick. He want to be a friend with, just everybody, Zach, all these people. The only person that he kind of threw some shade at, not really in that interview, but before was the Zach with a K. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, he's going to be potentially living in a house with all of these people.
Yeah.
So, I feel like you got to draw a boundary somewhere. And, there's extremes, right? Because Miguel from the season before, he don't play.
Yeah, he said
he don't play by Leah.
I don't give him my boy.
Right,
you can go.
It was like, what you not gonna do is play with my girl.
My chick, yeah, no. And I respect a king like that because that's how I be. You can't play with my girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely hear that. I think that's quite interesting. I know we've got 5 minutes to get to 2 hour mark, but I do think that's quite interesting. Like you said, I think I find that interesting because Miguel is very good friends with Louis, but the willingness to cut Louis off when it comes to his girl is I think is the most manly thing you can do. Like the one person that nobody should be able to play with is your girl. You know what I'm saying? True, like you can play with me and we're gonna duke it out. But when you start talking to my girl, that's another level where I'm like, it's a bit, you've gone too far. So I respected Miguel. If that's the reason why he felt like Louis was playing too much and it was too much closeness, not playing with her, but like saying there's too much lip service and you talking on my girl a little bit too much, and that's why he had to quit. I ain't got no problems with it because your girl we should never play with. You know what I mean?
Same.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll definitely have to review that because yeah, I find that intriguing with Nick and Taylor. I do wonder how long that friendship will last. And yeah, I just think there's a lot of interesting things that are going to happen with them. I think in regards to, but I guess business is business, right? Like Nicolandria are, and this what also scares me is like they can't even quit. Like they're making money.
Yeah, the brand deals already.
The brand deals are crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of money on the line. You got at least a year before they can do anything, I guess. So you got to keep up appearances. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate you, Jay. Appreciate you. So yeah, that was gonna be.
Love everyone.
I wonder what.
Turn up, everybody. Enjoy your life.
Enjoy your dinner.
I will. I'll see you.
Thank you very much, Jay. Jet 2 holiday.
You too can have the Jet 2 holiday for only 40.
That's right, a Jet 2 holiday, baby. Yeah. So I'll wait to see the reunion next week, this week, or end of the Monday? Is it Monday?
It's the 27th, no?
Oh, 27th. I thought it was 25th.
Or the 27th, one of the dates. I might have the 27th.
I thought it was 25th.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's Monday. Let's hope.
Let's hope so we can get some information, see what happens. Because Jeremiah ended up following everybody back, so who knows what's going on there. All right, audience, thank you very much. Time for bed for the rest of us. I appreciate you guys. Stay locked and loaded. We'll see you again very, very soon. Night, night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. We appreciate you. Do, 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 do.